Alright guys, so you've probably seen this guy online a couple times now. His name's Drexel. He has this program called United Tax Liens, which is basically investing in tax liens so that you can make money off of it, like through essentially taking advantage of someone's unfortunate situation. It's kind of how a lot of these real estate things work, and that's if it works as it's designed. As you'll see here in a little bit, as I go through kind of what I found, I don't think the use case actually works out all that well. Before we go any further, I know that you're watching this video essentially because you're wanting to find something that works. You're looking to make money online. You know you can make money online. You're just looking for an actual way to do it. And something that I've been doing for the past couple years is this thing called local lead generation. So basically, I built this website. So you can see it's super plain. There's nothing really special about it, aside from the fact that I've had good content on this for years. But basically, it's not really the site itself that's as valuable as it's more where it's positioned. So it's like if you go over to Google, you type in Noblesville Tree Services, my website pops up first, and it's been here for like 5 or 6 years now. I think since like 2019. And all I did was some basic SEO to it. It took 6 to 8 weeks, and then it's been number one ever since. So when people type this in, they typically go to like the top 1, 2, or 3 spots, right? And clearly I'm the easiest one to click on because I'm number one. They go to the website, they check it out, see if they have the services that we offer to get it done. They click this link, it goes to a contractor who actually does the work, and I just get a cut of the action. But that's what I do for now. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check out this link right here. But for now, let's go ahead and get back to the review. So, Drexel. Basically, he has this software that finds these different like tax default properties that you can, in theory, go invest in and make some money off of. He says here 50% to 70% off market value, which is absolutely crazy, right? Like, I'm sure if you could find something for, $50 that's actually worth 75 and make a $25 profit off that, you take it, right? Well, that's essentially what the pitch is here, but it doesn't really work out like that. When we're talking about pricing of this program, it's around anywhere between what I'm seeing is $15,000 to $30,000, which is pretty freaking high. And you have all the case studies, all this stuff. You have kind of a refund policy. They say it's like subject to change and all this stuff, but you have your $97 a month software that you can cancel at any time. And then the courses, if you cancel before 30 days of purchase, you get to keep access to your order bonuses. But the biggest signs that I kind of, at least got my eyebrow raising a little bit was actually his Trustpilot. Funny enough, if you go over to his Trustpilot, you see it's like super positive, right? 4.9 star reviews. So I started going through some of these reviews, but then I started seeing this same message over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and read it. Individual results may not be typical. Not a guarantee of returns. Individual may have received small consideration for testimonial. Results may vary. We are delighted to hear your feedback. Thank you for your confidence in the United Tax Liens team. Okay. See, this is something, guys, that you should pay attention to on a lot of reviews. Sometimes you're going to see all these supposedly positive reviews. You'll notice there's nothing ever really specific stated in there, like returns that they've personally had. I actually think, let's see, practical coaching with intended results. Practical coaching with intended results, yet there's absolutely nothing there that's talking about numbers aside from his 8 liens that he bought. And so he bought, but what was the actual financial result of that, right? But yeah, scrolling down back to where this is highlighted, this is basically implying that they could be essentially paying in some form for positive reviews from their customers. So it's like, even if they're if they're brand new, that might be a pitch too. If they're brand new, leave a review, get an additional product, something like that. That's super common in this space, unfortunately. So essentially what I'm getting at is there could be a bunch of bloated reviews that aren't necessarily true. Like the sentiment at the time is true, but if they're not in the program long enough to see it through, then they're not really doing justice with the review, right? If we go over to the 1-star reviews, it's kind of where it gets interesting. So this person was saying that this Travis Robinette person wanted them to go into $20K in credit card debt, liquidate 401K, to eventually pay everything back, right? This one, this is interesting. So this is such a scam. Very little of what they claim is true. No, there isn't an overwhelming amount of available tax liens that are county owned. The marketplace platform does very little other than keep track of info you enter into it. The coaching call, yeah, that's a sales pitch to buy more services from this company. Unfortunately, this is nothing more than a scam to prey on desperate people. Is it possible to buy tax liens? Sure, but it's a far cry from what they claim. And then they responded right here, and it says, their response is also false. They called and spoke with me twice. Their names were Travis and Bryce, if I remember correctly. They essentially just wanted to try and con me into deleting this review. These guys are pathetic. Unfortunately, I mean, I see this a lot of time in the coaching space. I'm sure eventually Jay Drexel will end up on Baller Busters or something like that. And then, let's see. So this one's just like a software thing. That's unfortunate. This one says, hey, it's $15K. This person left a detailed review. It basically said that they don't typically do reviews, but they feel compelled to in this case. I guess the high level, if you wanted to pause and read, I'd say go for it. But the high level of this review is their coaching call experience, making sure their credit card was ready to go. I also think this part was pretty sketchy. Right here. So upon the screen sharing, I see my own home property pulled up before it being closed out really quick. That is sketchy for sure. And then we looked at a few properties via the software. The closer placed a $20,000 to $30,000 price tag to get started. And then he basically says essentially just like a software sales call with a 20 to 30 grand price tag. Now, this is the piece that was pretty interesting that you'll see also corroborated here in a second. So the things I questioned ahead of time that could not be answered. So the address on Trustpilot is a P.O. box, a UPS store. The closers say they had 40 advisors, but only 5 or 6 are ever mentioned on Trustpilot. With 40 advisors and support staff, why not have a physical location? Nevada SOS has them listed as a Strategic Marketers Inc. out of Wyoming, incorporated in 2020, with no physical location, just a agent for service. Trustpilot reviews start 8/2020, right after their Wyoming incorporation. It is certainly weird, right? This one's saying 16 to 20K. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those, like, they're really good at reputation management, it looks like. Going over here to the Better Business Bureau, you'll see everything that the Trustpilot review was mentioning. Except I also found this weird. It's like, I was pretty sure this was Jay Drexel's program, but why is it under Mr. Ashar Alam? Like, who is that, right? Why doesn't it say Jay Drexel here? It doesn't make sense. When you go to the reviews, again, they're positive, and they're clearly talking about the same company. The same kind of verbiage is used in their responses. So it's really weird. It doesn't make all that much sense to me. And also knowing how in this space things are often way too good to be true 99% of the time. I just don't think I'd recommend this program. Too many red flags for me. I think 20 to 30 grand is absolutely absurd for any kind of program that you can still essentially find information for online for free. You don't need like over expensive softwares to do it. But hopefully you found this video helpful. If you got any questions, feel free to drop those down below. If you want to check out what I do, like I said, check out this link right here. I'll have it for you down in the description below. If you've got any other questions or anything like that, just drop them below. If you like the video, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.